The reality of COVID not only relies on a vaccine, but also the availability of rapid, accurate testing. Home-based instant testing is the next arena. And for insight on this technology, we now welcome Dr. Gregory Hummer with Identify Sensors and Dr. Thomas Soares from Purdue University. Dr. Hummer, I want to start with you. Why is this the answer if we want to get on planes, go to concerts, maybe even go on a cruise again? Why is this what we need?
Well, first off, it's a very rapid test. It happens while you wait within 5 minutes. It's as accurate as the RT-PCR test, and it's convenient, and it's accurate, and it's inexpensive. So we know that it will detect early carriers of the disease. So even without symptoms, and those are the spreaders, and those are the ones we have to pay attention to, and that's why this type of test is so good. And that's why the FDA is really excited about it.
Yeah, I want to get into that with Dr. Soares. What are you hearing from the FDA and the other government and central agencies in regards to this?
Yes, thank you for having us on your show. We've had a conversation with the FDA at Purdue University. We actually invited them for a full day through part of what's called the Indiana Clinical and Translational Sciences Institute. And we really learned that they are looking for ways to disrupt the testing that is being done right now. They've approved more than 200 PCR tests, antigen tests, and we've really seen that these particular technologies don't work. And what they're looking for, the FDA is looking for exactly what we're doing, which is an at-home test that is fast, that is easy to use. It works on unprepared saliva, and it really is a test that you can do with anyone, anywhere, anytime. And that's exactly what they're looking for.
Well, what's interesting about this year, Dr. Soares, is that COVID has just been the squeaky wheel. But when we get rid of it, we just go back to the other diseases. We got measles, influenza, so how is this going to help us moving forward in that regard, too?
Well, that's a great question, because we have forgotten a little bit about some of those diseases that are still circulating in our population. And this particular test, the way that we've designed it, is going to allow us to really pivot quickly and start making multiple different multiplexing tests that would allow us to detect multiple pathogens, including measles, the upper respiratory viruses, influenza. And, you know, the flexibility of our test, also the way that is designed, is probably going to allow us to detect all the different variants that are circulating right now around the globe.
And Dr. Hummer, very quickly, in your expert opinion, what is better about this test versus the other alternatives that we currently see?
Well, the alternatives are not good from a logistics standpoint. The RT-PCR requires a lot of reagents, enzymes, a lab technician, a lab machine, and amplification. I won't get into what amplification is, but our test requires none of those except saliva, the test itself, the device, and then it does reporting to the cloud automatically. So we have rapid, accurate results in your hand. And like Tommy just said, this is really a disruptive technology that is a platform for other tests like MRSA. MRSA is methicillin-resistant Staph aureus, which is a $20 billion a year problem in the United States in surgeries and in hospitals. We intend to go in that direction also. So that's how it's so different. It's not an antigen test for the surface. It's an actual molecular test for RNA, for the RNA of the virus itself. So anything with RNA and DNA, we will be able to implement this disruptive technology in the future and be able to basically have a lab in your medicine cabinet.
Trust it from the doctors. Dr. Hummer, Dr. Soares, thanks so much for your time. And for more information, everybody, you can visit identifysensors.com. And while you're there, you can also search for location availability and also find ways to partner or invest.